Right, so what's the agenda for today? First of all, I'll just be going over why traffic acquisition is so important and where do the different traffic sources come from. Then I'll go over what I consider to be the three key steps in traffic acquisition. The first step is the creation of content. Why is content key to gaining traffic, and how can you create content on a budget? 2 is the optimization of content. I'll go over some basic search engine optimization techniques for your content. 3, the promotion of content. You need to get your content seen, but how do you do this? So why is traffic acquisition so important for affiliate marketing? It's really simple. A great website idea is not going to make money if no one is actually on your site. And quite frankly, there's no point in being beautiful if you're just sat alone in the internet web sphere. A lot of people spend a lot of money and time making a great looking website. And perhaps they'll tell their friends about this website, but this isn't going to get the visitor numbers you need. So you need to match up your great looking website with techniques for getting traffic. And those can broadly fall into 2 traffic acquisition types. That's non-paid traffic and paid traffic. Non-paid traffic is things such as natural search visitors from Google and traffic from social networks such as Facebook. This can take time and effort to generate and can also involve some indirect costs. For example, you need to spend time getting links to your site to gain rankings on Google, or creating a buzz on social media also requires a lot of time and effort. I'll go over these techniques in more detail later in the presentation. Paid traffic has the benefit that it can be turned on and off in an instant. So you could sign up to a Google AdWords campaign, for example, and then just start bidding straight away. However, this can be really expensive, and you're only going to make a return if your website is a very high converting affiliate site. So this can work out for some websites, but isn't right for everybody. For example, let's take the case of a travel blog, where people are reading and browsing and taking in the information about travel articles. Paid traffic sources might not be profitable in this case. However, if you were to have a niche electronics review site, paid traffic could make a profit for you on affiliate marketing. It all boils down to how close you are to the sale end of a user's journey, and also depends on the industry as to which traffic source will work best for you in affiliate marketing. For example, a voucher code site or price comparison site can often make a profit using pay-per-click or something like Google AdWords, since people are in the frame of mind of buying goods. Search engine optimization, or natural search, can work better for sort of blog-like sites that have a lot of fresh, unique content on a regular basis. So blog sites are more likely to rely on natural search and social media traffic. Paid-for traffic might not be feasible for a site such as this, since visitors are not always in the buying mindset. Social media can be a great way to gain traction, and the right kind of posts can actually generate a viral effect. However, this is obviously a lot easier for certain types of sites. I work with a student discount site, for example, whose large majority of traffic comes from Facebook. But obviously, it's going to be a lot trickier for some businesses to create viral content than others. Think of the example of a site about, I don't know, something fairly drab like boilers. It could be really hard to create viral content around gas boilers. So that's an overview of the different traffic sources. and why traffic acquisition is so important. So let's get down to the steps which you need to follow in order to gain this traffic. No matter which traffic source you feel is going to be the most important one for you, one element which should be key to all of this is the creation of unique, fresh, engaging content. This is essential for natural search, good paid campaigns, and social media outreach. One of the reasons I'm talking to you about creating unique content is that Google has talked a lot about the importance of having good quality content on your website within recent algorithm updates. But what exactly is good quality content? Good quality content is engaging, keeps readers' attention, and generates a response from them. It is something which people want to share and is a trusted piece of information. A good example of an affiliate site with quality content on it would be the Money Saving Expert, moneysavingexpert.com. Money Saving Expert takes the reader through a story from beginning to end and gives you all the information which you could possibly need in order to make a buying decision. It also leads the users onto the end sale journey. Conversely, what is low quality content? Sometimes low quality content is obvious. It looks spammy and unappealing. However, you might not realize that duplicate content, duplicated either on your site or off it, is also considered to be low quality. So you cannot just go out and copy information from other pages. Very similar, reworded content is also picked up by Google as being spammy. Having great content is not about satisfying, it's not only about satisfying the search engines, however, it is also essential for affiliate conversions. Although an affiliate site doesn't sell something directly, it doesn't mean that it cannot add value. When building your affiliate site, you should be asking, why should someone come to my site rather than another one or direct to the merchant? Accurate market information, interesting articles, or comprehensive deal information are just some of the ways that affiliate sites can create content with a real value added. As well as adding value, you should also aim to be very specific with your value proposition. If you want to capture people searching for iPhone 5 deals, for example, then you shouldn't rely on a general mobile phone page to make your affiliate conversions, but should be really specific in having details about iPhone 5 deals. It might seem obvious when you see it now, but if you want to capture specific searches, then you need to have a specific page around that search. So, unique content is essential, but what can you write content about? It's important to talk about what is hot right now. The fast-paced nature of the internet today means that people expect to see up-to-date information. Luckily, though, there are a number of free tools for finding out what phrases and themes are popular on the web right now. Google Keyword Planner is designed for finding opportunities in AdWords. However, it gives you a number of searches for a given phrase per month, so it is a really good tool for finding natural search opportunities as well. Google Trends is good for making comparisons between terms and topics. You can type in 2 or more phrases and see a comparison of how popular these phrases are over time. You can also filter by location, and it gives you other ideas as well. Google Alerts will send you an email every day, week, or month, depending on what you select. This email gives you a list of news and blog sites which have recently published a story about a topic which you have set up alerts for. As well as Google's free tools, social media, by its very nature, is great for discovering what is being talked about in real time. As well as giving you ideas for web content, it is also good practice to try and include these popular topics in your own social media campaigns, since people are interested in them and searching for them. You can use tools such as TrendsMap to see patterns in what people are tweeting about. Aside from knowing what to write about, the main barriers to creating unique, fresh content for new publishers are the time and financial constraints. But there are actually some great free ways of gaining information in order to create unique content more quickly. The beauty of the internet is that people tend to give out their opinions openly and for free. You can utilize this on social media platforms such as LinkedIn by asking questions and collating answers. You can then use this freely given information for the creation of how-to guides and tips. Another way to gain free content is to get in contact with other sites and ask them to create free content for your site. In exchange, the person writing the content for you can write a bio with a link back to their site. The great thing about this is that the content writer is going to want to share what they have written with others, so this can generate free promotion for your site as well. In order to get the most out of your fresh content, there are some basic optimization techniques that you can use on your pages to give yourself a better chance of appearing in search results. So how do you ensure that your content is optimized? Firstly, the meta title and description of the page, which are the snippets which show up on search results such as Google, should be optimized. The use of a key phrase within a page's meta title will give that page a better chance of ranking for that phrase. The use of a key phrase within a page's meta description will mean that this phrase is emboldened when somebody searches for it. Furthermore, enticing meta titles and descriptions will make it more likely that people will click on your page from search results. To further increase the likelihood that somebody clicks on your page, you should make use of what's called Google Plus authorship to show a picture of an article's author. You should make sure that you have opened up a Google Plus account and link this to your site using a Google authorship plugin for WordPress, or just by including written by and your full name at the bottom of your posts. Simple information on how you can do this can be found at plus.google.com/authorship. If using WordPress, your meta titles and descriptions can easily be manipulated using the Yoast WordPress SEO plugin. The URL is at the bottom of this slide. Once installed, this plugin will give you the option to add a unique meta title and description at the bottom of every one of your posts and pages in WordPress. Also important for both search engines and users are the use of clean URLs on your web pages. Clean URLs are easier for users to remember and mean that they can return to an article that they have enjoyed reading a lot easier. They also make it easier for search engines to understand what your page is about. If using WordPress, you should go to the permalinks option and select post name so that your URLs become the same as your post names. In other words, to make your page's URLs clean. As well as text, images are also important for search engine optimization. An image alt tag is the alternative text that shows up when an image cannot be rendered. It is important to ensure that each of your images has an alt tag for situations where a user for some reason cannot view it, but also so that search engines can understand an image and consequently the page where they sit, since search engines obviously cannot see an image the same as us humans can. Images, again, are easily controlled within WordPress. Just go to your Edit Image tag. Finally, when optimizing your pages, remember that the most important thing is that humans are enjoying reading your content and are engaging with it. This ultimately is what is being rewarded by search engines, especially in recent times. Keyword stuffing was a practice of putting in a keyword over and over again in your page in order to appear higher in search engines. But this practice is, although it worked perhaps 20 years ago, is now very heavily penalized by search engines such as Google. So definitely avoid doing that. Step 3, content promotion. So great optimized content isn't going to rank on search engines and won't get seen unless it has been recommended by others. Links from other websites are what are seen as recommendations by search engines. It shows that a site is of a high quality and is trustworthy. So links from other websites are essential. How can you build up these links? Google favors natural-looking links that come from a range of web sources. In order to build up a natural-looking profile, you should try and get people to share content pieces created by you that contain a link within them. So, how about creating a how-to guide within your niche area and then sending it out to other blogs to put on their websites? Again, you can use social media to gather data and to distribute your content pieces. But don't forget to include that all-important link back to your website. That link is what counts as a recommendation. How else can you get yourself noticed on social media? Not only should you be pushing out this unique, fresh content, but you should also be actively engaging in conversations and making sure that you are becoming an authoritative voice within a particular niche or industry. Make sure that you have relevant information and insights to give to others. Also, don't be afraid to experiment with different posts and comments. Sticking to that same reel of status updates is not going to create a buzz all of a sudden if it hasn't done so in the past. If you can, try and invite your followers to participate in something. Here I'm using an example of a big brand, Burberry, that invited users to post photos of themselves in trench coats and got an overwhelming response. But this is equally applicable to smaller affiliate websites. If you are writing about a particular niche, then inviting people to post pictures or answer questions can work just as well. Conversation, participation, and sharing of a social media post is much more likely when a post creates an emotional reaction, and people are much more likely to react to something visual. Have a think about the kinds of posts you like to share on social media. They tend to create some sort of emotion in you and others. Some of you might find social media quite difficult and just really wish that there was some sort of formula involved. Luckily, I have come across a guy called Dan Zarella that conducted some tests on social media posts and found that social media does have some sort of science behind it. I've already mentioned that using imagery is really important. However, others such as using verbs and call to actions may be less obvious as a means of gaining traction from your social media campaigns. You might feel a bit silly writing something like, please comment on your status update, but have a go with these techniques and you may be pleasantly surprised. This guy, Dan Zarella, claims to be a social media scientist. No matter which route you take to gain traffic, the modern day approach to all of them is the creation of content that people will naturally want to share. This means that when you are creating your own site, you may need to get a bit creative and think a little bit outside of the box. You want to become an authority within your niche and create real value for your visitors. And this is not only essential to gaining traffic, but also to converting your traffic into affiliate sales. So, start asking questions on social media, participating in conversations, and gaining insights which you can then create content from. Then optimize this content for search and send it out to other blogs via email and social. Hopefully you can get going with these steps. Thank you for your time in listening to this webinar. If you have any questions, and I'm going to open up Instant Messenger now, and you can also find my email at the bottom of this slide. And again, this webinar has been recorded, so you can listen back at any time.